Well, it all started with the 54 UEFA member states all entering the qualifiers. Now the 24 that made it this far are set for the race to be champions of Europe. Anticipation and hope ahead of the opening fixture. Players stand shoulder to shoulder in singing the national anthems. Crowd rises for the national anthem of Portugal. for the game. So it's away we go then. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Pepe may well need to be at his best. There's a power about his game thanks to...
Goal! Portugal!
That's the start dreams are made of, and that has to give them great confidence for what's to come.
Whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel. Portugal take the early advantage. Plays it out to the wing. Sigurdsson. Ball's loose, who's getting there? Poor kick by the keeper, he's just given it straight back. Sigurdsson. Eliseu brings the ball forward. A real chance to break. You can just about hear the collective sigh there. They know they got away with one. Sigurdsson floats one over. Portugal have hit the front early, a foothold in the game.
What a good start to the game. I think their play has been fast and inventive, and this is a fine example of early intent. They've begun as they mean to go on, and another goal is on the cards.
And it's Sigurdsson. Tries a through ball. That intervention was very necessary. Pepe. Portugal scoring in the first 10 minutes to make it 1-0. Rafa Silva has set up one goal so far. Well positioned to make that interception. You could just about hear the collective sigh there. They know they got away with one. Now the pass. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Eliseu. It's a long forward pass. Ricardo Carvalho with the ball through. Passes it through. Played out wide. Sigurdsson! Oh, brilliant from Sigurdsson! Great control, as if it was tied to his feet. Has certainly made things interesting.
Well, that's got them back in it, but it'll be very interesting to see what way they approach it now. Do they settle for that or push for more?
So midway through the first half, and it is a tight old tie. Done very well to intervene. Goodmanson. Played out to the right. half an hour in now. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. Looks like a good ball through. And that'll go straight through to the keeper. Looks to slip it through. You could just about hear the collective sigh there. They know they got away with one. Sigurdsson. Moves it over to the other flank. Tries a through ball. And he's whipped it in low. And the finish! And he's there to make a great save.
Well, the last line of defence came to the rescue when the lines in front weren't looking too clever. Good stop.
He's gone for it! He's come loose. João Moutinho battling down that right flank. João Moutinho. So what now? Now the pass. Goal! Portugal! And they get themselves in front! Well, from right in front of goal, there was no way he was going to miss.
Look, you can only exploit the space if the pass is good enough, and in that instance, it was instinctive and quick, and it did the damage.
Portugal take the lead. Portugal are ahead here. It has been a good half for them. No complaints about that challenge. Robust but fair. Decent looking ball. Rafa Silva. It's a brilliant interception. Sigurdsson was long and forward. Portugal looked all at sea and terribly vulnerable, but they've got away with it. Coming on the right now, what's on? Vieirinha passes it through. Quaresma, and he's onside. It's Quaresma! He's done very well to get to that.
And that wasn't exactly a route.
That is going to be the final action of the first half. Portugal head into the half-time break with a narrow lead, 2-1. Here we go again then. Ricardo Carvalho cuts it out. Too much on it, and that's the keeper's. Vieirinha. Questions were asked, but he's given the answers. Eliseu. Vieirinha. Brings it forward. Looks like a good ball through. Looks to slip it through. Rafa Silva! It's gone a long way up and away. And it's Silva. Oh, he's come flying in. And he's made certain that won't get through. Defender's on the back foot. Vieirinha. It's a loose ball. Wonderful quick feet. Vieirinha. It's Vieirinha!
Well, for me, he had a very decent crack at it, but it has to be said that the odds on those from distance were never really that good, and you'd always favour the keeper in that instance.
Sigthorsson, a scorer already in the game. Just about up to the hour now. Tries a through ball. Now the cross. And it's Sigthorsson. Portugal can count themselves very lucky there. They look fragile. Pepe. Portugal need to make a change here. Now the pass. Nicely measured pass. Quaresma. Sigurdsson. Puts it forwards. Now it's Sigthorsson. Sigthorsson. Good run. Ultimately thwarted by an astute piece of defending. Crowd appreciates good football all round there. Portugal look as though they're about to make a change. It's spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Cedric Suarez has needed to be better than that, and he knows it. Rafa Silva pumps it upfield, and now they can launch a counter. Passes it through. Who's ball? Who's going to get there? Needed a better pass there. It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Pepe hoofs it forward. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Rafa Silva with the ball through. Offside that time. There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Good running with the ball. Can they build on it? He acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Look, if he wants that ball to make it, then he has to pass it with a bit more zip. I think he knew as soon as it left his boot, it was going to be cut out. Just lacked a little more power.
And that could come back to haunt them.
Oh, that'll be a major disappointment for him. That should have got his team back in the game.
Surely a foul. Free kick. Portugal presented with the perfect chance here to open up their lead. It certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. Coutinho! That was travelling. Gets it back. Cedric Suarez does well there, alert. Portugal just have to run down the clock. Look forward, what does he try from here? Chance! Nani! He has done it! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line.
I just think he showed a lovely appreciation of where that defensive line formed, and he held his run until just the right moment, and he broke the offside trap, and he took full advantage. That's top marks for me.
Portugal could not have picked a better time to snatch a two-goal lead. Is there still time for a response? There really wasn't very much in that, not far away from being a telling final ball.
Well, he needed to be much more precise, but that was very short on quality into the middle.
Sigthorsson. There will be 4 extra minutes. It's Sigthorsson! Sensational from Sigurdsson! Deep, deep into injury time! Rui Patricio did well the first time. Nothing he could do about the follow-up.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
Yeah, he's fouled him there. Ricardo Carvalho, the final seconds now. And it's Suarez. Looks like a good ball through. Whistle's gone, and they've got themselves a free kick. Probably be looking to play it square from here. Sigurdsson. And that's that. Well, that's the way to launch the campaign. Now they can look ahead with confidence and comfort. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, they've laid down a marker with such a good opening win, and they're saying to the rest of the group, we're intent on staying at the top. On this evidence, I think there's every chance too.
So a warm welcome to you all. We will be underway very shortly once all the pleasantries are complete. And our live game is Hungary against Portugal. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Crowd rises for the national anthem of Portugal. Hungary proudly line up for their national anthem. Quick look at the lineups. It's simple. If they want to keep up with the elite in European football, then 3 points are a must. There's the whistle, and here we go. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, I can't bypass Cristiano Ronaldo. He knows how to get the job done because he's got the lot. I know I need to be careful about bias, but I really hope we see all the skills from him and that he puts on a show for us.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. Shalai with the ball through. Shade too heavy. Keeper can pick that up. Vieirinha. João Mario. Nani. Ball's loose. Who's getting there? João Mario. It's been a rather gentle affair so far. Shalai tries a through ball. Saved only by poor finishing.
Okay, they've got nothing to show for it, but that was a really incisive counter-attack, and it's hard to defend against that type of breakaway.
Now it's Shalai. Ricardo Carvalho looking up to see who wants it. Comes sliding in. Portugal need to have a shot on target. João Mario brings it forward. A chance! João Mario. Goal! Portugal! João Mario with the smoothest one-on-one finish. He is one very cool customer.
Well, although the keeper looked an imposing figure then, he remained totally unfazed and took the chance with great ease.
Portugal give themselves the perfect start. Can they build on it?
You know, sometimes it just comes down to who wants it more. Who's got the passion? Who's got the pride? I think we've just had the answer to that.
Shalai plays a clever pass. And the finish! And oh! He scores! Hungary are all square.
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
Certainly made things interesting.
Yeah, it's always a dangerous time when you've just scored. You can easily lose focus and then bang, you're pegged back again.
Was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Ricardo Carvalho. A win here so important to their ambitions. Great run this, he's covered quite a distance. The defence got the better of him this time, but I'm sure he'll go again. Cristiano Ronaldo. Nani. And shoots! Oh, terrific run to latch onto it, but the finish is all wrong.
And it just goes to show you how effective those through balls can be. All it needed was a better execution.
Jujak. Goes wide. Now here's the through ball. Jujak with a beautifully timed run. Nani. Portugal do retain the ball, but are seemingly in no rush to break forward. João Mario. Here it is now, surely! That's one way of trying to make things happen. There's a few who could follow that example.
Well, we were unlikely to see a goal then because there were so many players crowding out that danger area. I think something very special was going to be needed.
Shalai. Pushes it out wide. It's a throw in. Rafa Silva got into a good position, but he may need to hold things up. Throw in. Looks to slip it through. Shalai. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Now the pass. That'll be a throw-in. That's the whistle for half-time. It's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. We're into the last 45 minutes in this game of substantial significance. Shalai. Jujak. Hurtles into the tackle. Well, that's where he wants it. And the counter is on. Play for a throw. Vieirinha positions himself well and cuts it out. João Mario tries running with the ball at his feet. Jujak. Now it's Shalai. It's still a possession this, but very little to show for it. Now the ball's come loose and the chase is on. Now it's Shalai. And he's through on goal. Oh, he's found him in space. It's come loose. On the right now, what's on? Nani passes it through. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo with a beautifully timed run. Looks like a good ball through. He spotted the run and played him through. It's Shalai! Goal! Hungary! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Oh, even a section of the opposition fans were applauding that. You just have to appreciate it.
You know, it's the modern ball that makes such a difference to shots like that. If you connect well, it will swerve and dip all over the place. It's just so hard to predict.
Hungary go into the lead.
Yeah, for me, this team seems to find it easier to attack than defend, but now they're going to need to dig in at the back a bit.
Shalai passes it through. Vieirinha. William Carvalho. Nani. And it's Mario. Forward it goes. William Carvalho charges in. He certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. He does seem to be in considerable discomfort. Do hope it's nothing serious. Portugal have a sub ready to come on. Portugal making the change, possibly to shore up their defence.
Look, only time will tell now if this is the right decision, but at least the manager hasn't dawdled. You know, he's reacted quickly and it needed that.
João Moutinho. Nani. João Moutinho. João Moutinho. Chris! Yes! Portugal are level! Well, from right in front of goal, there was no way he was going to miss.
Well, the keeper has every right to have a moan at his defenders for that because they never got tight to the scorer. Simple as.
This is quite a battle.
Oh, I think the coach will really be annoyed with that. The players were still thinking about their goal and just got caught napping.
And it's Shalai. Pass it over to the other flank. Who saw this coming? Portugal are taking this to full distance. Terrific stuff. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. Shalai. Aim forward. Looks to slip it through. Nicely measured pass. Shalai. And that'll go straight through to the keeper. It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Cristiano Ronaldo. It's a loose ball. You can just about hear the collective sigh there. They know they got away with one. Cristiano Ronaldo looking to shoot. Goal! Portugal! And the comeback is complete. Rarely outwitted one-on-one. Once more, he gets the better of the keeper.
I just thought he was alert and direct. There was no messing about. He was too quick for the keeper, and that's a fine finish.
There's some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Portugal get themselves into the lead.
Oh, look, it's lovely having a player with such ability in your side. He's always capable of coming up with something important, and he's done it again.
Really well taken goal.
Well, it certainly livened things up a bit, and that next goal now is absolutely crucial. Yeah, I love the finish, but I think had the pass been delayed for just a second longer, I think he would have been flagged offside, and I think you have to praise them all round on that one, from the pass and the finish.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Yeah, it's always a dangerous time when you've just scored. You can easily lose focus and then bang, you're pegged back again.
Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Yes, and what a battle this has been. Neither is showing any sign of backing off. It's a tribute to wonderful attitude to put everything they've got into attempting to gain that vital edge.
They really need to start moving the ball forward with pace at this late stage of the game.
Moutinho. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Is there any support? He might not need it. Oh, wonderful effort, all by himself.
Ah, such a pity. He did the hard part by getting into position to shoot, but just couldn't find a good enough effort in the end.
There he is, making his presence felt.
He's just a nightmare for any defence. His movement, his pace, his anticipation, it's on another level. It's so hard for any defence to contain that.
Now the pass. Nani. There will be 4 extra minutes. And he's made certain that won't get through. It is now or never. Time is against them. And it's the goalkeepers to claim. It really is now or never. They need a goal however it comes. Loose ball, who's going to get there? Shalai trying to get there. Tries a through ball. Keeper's ball. And that will be the final act. What a game, wonderful stuff and the right result. Neither side really deserved to... Hello and welcome to all of our viewers from around the world. We have quite a game in prospect here, just waiting for the players to emerge, and we will be underway. And here we have Austria against Portugal. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Begley.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi everyone. The excitement has really picked up now and I'm eager for the action to start.
Crowd rises for the national anthem of Portugal. Austria proudly line up for their national anthem. Then the lineups for this game. A single point, that's all that's needed for progress here. Easy to say, but at this level, anything but to achieve. Gets things running. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Pepe may well need to be at his best. There's a power about his game thanks to very decent pace for a big man, and he doesn't lose out much in the air either. He could prove to be a very reliable presence here.
Yeah, I must agree, especially in view of his ability to lead and organise the defence. Played out wide. Eliseu. It is a corner.
There are some very good headers of a ball in this team now, and they'll be demanding the right delivery to give them a chance to go at this.
Just off target. Well, he would surely have scored there more times than not. Can he put it away? Goal! Portugal! There is the breakthrough. Portugal take the lead, landing the first significant blow in what is certainly a significant contest.
For me, that just shows their determination to qualify here. There's been a real conviction about them. I've liked that.
Quaresma, it's a long forward pass.
Yeah, the defence had him exactly where they wanted him there. Didn't even give him the space or the room to turn. And I think if they can keep him facing the other way, then his threat becomes a much lesser issue.
Portugal making the ideal start. It is something to build on.
Well, they've managed to get their noses in front early because they've been much quicker out of the stalls. They've set...
There's a goal! They have come roaring back. Wow, he was never going to miss from there.
Well, as they say, Peter, if you don't speculate, you won't accumulate. And we've just witnessed a player who was rewarded for his willingness to take a risk, as cunning as it comes.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Oh, I think the coach will really be annoyed with that. The players were still thinking about their goal and just got caught napping.
And it's Quaresma. Oh, it's opened up nicely for him. Cristiano Ronaldo. Chance! Goes for goal! Gets good distance on it. Done very well to intervene. Rafa Silva. With the ball through. Danger averted for now. Quaresma, halfway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Tries a through ball. Good ball. It's Harnik! Goal, Austria! And the game is well and truly turned on its head.
Harnik simply wasn't going to decline an invitation like that. He knows that they've got the passers in this side that will find them. And his job was just to make sure he didn't stray offside. And it worked an absolute treat.
Austria take the lead.
Yeah, for me, this team seems to find it easier to attack than defend. But now they're going to need to dig in at the back a bit.
Spoon forward. He's got his range wrong there. Ricardo Carvalho. No, that's not the ball he wanted. That's not going to make it. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo needed to come up with a better ball.
Yeah, and it was a case of good awareness too. That wasn't quite matched by the right weight of pass. It only needed just a little bit more behind it. And he was through.
A good deal hanging on what they can achieve here. A point will do. Arnautovic. Now it's Harnik. Now the pass. Decent attempt, but not quite good enough.
He was right in front of goal and he probably should have scored, to be fair.
Cristiano Ronaldo tries to get it forward quickly. It's come loose. Harnik is fouled. Portugal are trailing here with the first half almost done. Now it's Nani.
Nani can't hurt you with his back to goal, and I think if they can keep him facing in that direction, then the only thing he can do really is to just lay the ball off, and he's not really going to cause much trouble if he continues doing that. So I think they're defending him very, very well.
That's going to be a goal kick. That's a poor kick by the keeper, he's just given it straight back. And it's Nani. Loose ball, who's going to get there? Harnik makes himself available. He's made certain that won't get through. João Moutinho pumps it upfield. So what now? Now it's Nani. Quaresma. Going to be the final action of the first half. So just 45 minutes to decide the fate of this group.
Well, it seems like the perfect situation for fortune favouring the brave. 45 minutes to pack in enough risk-taking to get this match turned around. It's very doable.
Goes wide. Arnautovic takes aim with a cross. João Moutinho. Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's João Moutinho. Quaresma. Quaresma really struggling to influence the game.
Well, it looks like he's been the one who's targeted as the danger man here, and as a consequence, he's getting the special attention. They're getting players around him quickly, they're giving him nowhere to go. And I think pretty soon he could be getting frustrated with this.
Looks like a good ball through. You can just about hear the collective sigh there. They know they got away with one. Nani. Arnautovic. Can they find a way to turn around this deficit? Quaresma passes it through. Eliseu. Rafa Silva. Looks to slip it through. Good clearance and very necessary. Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. Maybe a change here. There's a man waiting to come on. Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo! Aimed long and direct. Pepe. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. It's Hardik! In for a header! William Carvalho. Who's going to make this theirs? Mario with the ball through. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
Good call, he was just behind the last defender.
Keeper's got good distance on that. Nani looking to get within range. That's one way of trying to make things happen. There's a few who could follow that example. Spoon forward. Hardik collects the ball from behind. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Good idea, just poorly executed. Ball's out on the left now. Now it's Hardik. That would have won it.
Yeah, he could have made the game safe had he converted that. Such a big disappointment.
Oh, you could tell he really wanted that.
Oh, he's just a nightmare for any defence. His movement, his pace, his anticipation, it's on another level. It's so hard for any defence to contain that.
William Carvalho. João Mario. Looking desperate here, short on time and options.
They've just got to get the ball into the box and hope.
Cristiano Ronaldo gets it, and now what? And he's there to hoof it away. So not long left in this now. Portugal are closing in on qualification for the knockout stage. And it's Nani. Nani unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Portugal are running out of time to save themselves.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Crosses into the box. He won't reach that. Gets it back. Aim forward. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Clear cut, it's a free kick. And he's going to have his name taken. The referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, down but not out. Beaten here, but progress is assured. They are safely through. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Well, it's certainly doing it the hard way. Qualification, of course, is all that matters, and to secure it when the pressure was on bodes well for the tougher tasks that lie ahead now. I think this can serve them quite well.
So it is knockout now. Group stages successfully negotiated. From here on, it is football on the edge. Crowd rises for the national anthem of Portugal. So that's got things underway. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
I'm going to go for the experienced Igor Akinfeev. He's always been an agile stopper, but having been on the scene from such a young age, he's a much calmer decision.
Ricardo Carvalho with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Has got good distance on that. Eliseu has ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. João Mario thrust towards the front line. It's a brilliant interception. Aim forward. João Mario. Rafa Silva gets it, and now what? Ignashevich did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Well, we were unlikely to see a goal then because there were so many players crowding out that danger area. I think something very special was going to be needed.
Now it's Rafa Silva. It's a loose ball. Rafa Silva with the ball through. Oh, the ball's come loose! Portugal putting their opponents under a lot of pressure in the early stages. Dmitry Kombarov looks to dink one in. Just the goalkeeper to beat. Kokorin is alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. João Mario. Kicks it upfield. And it's Mario. Berezutski hurtles into the tackle. Russia somehow escaped the danger. That was a tight call though. Kokorin floats one over. Dmitry Kombarov aimed in towards the centre. João Mario. No goals as yet. Now the pass. It's Silva! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
But when he struck that, he must have thought it was going in. Such are the margins of success and failure in this game. That was so close.
A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Tries a through ball. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. Samadov. Looking up to see who wants it. Tries a long pass towards the front. Good stop, that wasn't easy.
I thought he was magnificent then. He had no right to get anywhere near that. What a save.
João Mario. Nani. surely he scores! Dmitry Kombarov. Could try cutting inside here. Passes it through. Crosses in a low one. It's a goal kick. That's a poor kick by the keeper. He's just given it straight back. And it's Mario. Rafa Silva. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Pepe gets into the right position to intercept. Oh, they're guilty of lacking inventiveness here. It's all broken down. Corner then. Up to head it! Eliseu goes for it! Goal! Portugal! Great reactions in front of goal. He just saw what was on.
Oh, look, there's only one player who merits all the praise for that. Not only did he finish it, but his instincts for being where he was are absolutely top-notch.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead. Well, the score's only 1-0, but that doesn't tell the full story. Ignashevich does well there, alert. Portugal scoring close to half-time to give them a 1-0 lead. Looks like a good ball through. Kombarov! It's in the back of the net!
Oh, listen, the writing was on the wall. It looked like this was going to happen, and it has.
Well, from right in front of goal, there was no way he was going to miss.
Dmitry Kombarov just knew instinctively where the ball was going to end up. That's clearly been worked on the training ground, and the understanding is pretty exceptional between them, and it was beautifully worked.
Certainly made things interesting.
Oh, I think the coach will really be annoyed with that. The players were still thinking about their goal and just got caught napping.
Looks to slip it through. Played out wide. Eliseu puts his foot on the gas. Now it's Rafa Silva. Moutinho with the ball through. Oh, surely that deserved better.
I think there's always that danger that the defence...
And it's half-time here. They'll come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1. Portugal get the second half started. Spoon forward. Well positioned to make that interception. Moutinho. Rafa Silva. There he goes, motoring forward. Dmitry Kombarov. Who's going to make this theirs? Cedric Suarez. And it's Silva. João Mario. Cedric Suarez. Rafa Silva. João Mario. João Moutinho. João Mario. Rafa Silva. Tries a through ball. Yet another to add to football's endless list of could-haves and should-haves.
By taking that route into a central position, he made it easier for the defence.
Eliseu. Rafa Silva. Dmitry Komarov. Kokorin tries to get it forward quickly. Berezutski picks it up from the goal kick. And it's Nani. Looks like a good ball through. He's made certain that won't get through. João Mario. Nani. Aimed long and direct. Good idea, just poorly executed. Pumps it upfield. Oh, it's Samadov. Keeper's got good distance on that. He's made sure that that won't get through. Portugal yet dipped into their subs. Played out to the right. Ball's loose, who's getting there? Eliseu. And the break is on. Russia can count themselves very lucky there. They look fragile. Well, the ball's come loose and the chase is on. He's had a go! It's come loose. Deftly done. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Be a change here. There's a man waiting to come on. Passes it through. Can he score? Goal! Russia! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Jim, your thoughts?
It's rarely a problem when that much time is afforded in the penalty box. Nobody sensed where the danger was lurking, and the finish was made a lot easier.
Russia go into the lead.
Yeah, for me, this team seems to find it easier to attack than defend, but now they're going to need to dig in at the back a bit.
Now the pass. Here it comes. It was all about the quality of the delivery, and they come away with nothing. Tries to get it forward quickly. Cedric Suarez. Looking desperate here, short on time and options.
Well, it's a case now who wants to be the hero, because they need somebody to step up.
João Mario. Almost nothing left on the clock here. Portugal are on the point of first round elimination. Portugal are running out of time to save themselves. Samadov with a delicate ball. Bruno Alves. And now they can launch a counter. Tries a through ball. Thinks he's got rid of that. But Samadov gets into some space. Can he deliver? Oh, he's come flying in. Whistle's gone, and they've got themselves a free kick. Promising cross. Shapes the shoot! That's it! They are out! That is the danger of knockout football. No second chances. It is over. Your reflections then, Jim?
Yeah, everyone is thinking about a run in the competition, and when it all goes wrong so early, it's not easy to handle at all.